Hello and welcome to the Amazon Gold Standard Podcast. I'm Robert from Breetly, where we help Amazon sellers launch on Amazon. We have, during the course of our company, sold over $500 million of product for our clients on Amazon. And last year alone, we have managed over $12 million in advertising spend for our clients. So without further ado, I want to bring Marcel, the co-founder and CEO of IntelliRank,
Hey,
and
Robert.
welcome you to the platform. Thank you very much for coming on. I like your shirt.
Thank you
I
very
need to
much.
get one of those. I need to get one of those Breetly shirts.
Definitely, yeah. We can hook you up with
So
the shirt like this maybe next time in Prosper, yeah. With
awesome.
IntelliRank, yeah.
IntelliRank. So just so everybody knows, I met Marcel at the Prosper Show in Vegas back in April. And his company does
March.
amazing work.
Yeah,
March,
yeah,
and his
March. Yeah.
company does amazing work. Dude, time flies. It's crazy.
Tell
I'll
me
be like
about it.
60 years old. So you do amazing work, and I want to bring your platform over to the world and all of our viewers. And what I'm thinking is I want to bring your platform and use it with our clients. So I want to let everybody know what you do. So without further ado, if you can just introduce yourself, let everyone know how you even got here, where you started, and then we'll go into what the platform does.
Yeah, we're actually an agency, so we don't have a platform, but I will go into that shortly. So I've started with Amazon in 2017. That's when things got to me, and I really loved the model, the business model. And yeah, as let's say a first starter on Amazon, I started on the wrong foot, lost a lot of money, but still, I loved the concept behind it, and I got up, dust myself off, and kept going, and here I am, and I'm happy to be here. So it was quite a journey, but yeah, what drove us and drove me personally this far was the freedom that Amazon offers. So back then, when things got rough, I ended up going to the bank, went in debt, and got money to start more products on the Amazon platform. I sourced them, I got them on the live on Amazon, but I ended up with no money for PPC or advertising for that matter. So that turned into a crisis. But yeah, that led to beautiful things, because that's how we got on Instagram, and we started looking for people, looking for
Ah,
micro influencers. We didn't know they were micro influencers back then. We were looking for people within the niche that we were selling, interested in using our products, and we were going to them and saying, "Hey, how would you like to test a free product? In just all you have to do is, take a photo, make some videos, and post it in front of your audience while taking our brand." So one thing led to another, and that turned into a program and into a very good way of going forward and branding, and got a lot of authenticity for the products and photos and videos that we can later reuse, and we are using them with YouTube, with PPC, and of course with our listings. So it's a process. What we brought to the table was actually organic, authentic content. Yeah.
yeah, definitely what Amazon likes and what Amazon helps. It increases your ranking, and that's where I guess IntelliRank, intelligent ranking.
Yes.
What type of products did you sell on Amazon? And you're still selling those products or
We're
no?
still Amazon sellers. Yes, we've been in the industry, and we've shifted from one brand to another. But yeah, back then we were selling some how to put it, some there were some blankets, some folding blankets made of a specific type of nylon, and yeah, those were really really going well at that time. Yeah, but we are out of that niche at the moment, and yeah, we're shifting from like I said, from one brand to another. We're trying to build them up and sell them out. Yeah.
And these are your own brands. You manufacture your own products with your
Mm,
own label on it.
yeah, private label. Yes, we're doing private label, but the manufacturing is in China. So we're sourcing from
Right.
China and yeah, flying them to, or driving them by boat. to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
US
Those
marketplace. Yeah,
those boats are super expensive now
everything
to
is
get products
expensive.
in.
Yeah,
Everything.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my! But
It's
let's not get too far off of this topic of IntelliRank. So you started off, you were a seller,
yeah,
you were having trouble, and you wanted to get the authentic feedback and reviews so that potential shoppers see it and trust in your product, and then just buy it more and over again.
exactly.
So that's what led you to. So now, how did you go about to get in touch with the influencers? You just went straight on to Instagram and found those with many followers.
Exactly, but not with many followers. Rather, people with an audience from 1,000 to 100,000 followers. Now, we were aiming
Okay.
at authentic people because nowadays, you can build your account quite easily with a lot of fake accounts or bots or everything. You can reach 1 million followers. But what we're doing, and this is what we pride ourselves with, is the fact that we're diving deep into the Instagram and we're looking at the hashtags. So we're doing a research and we're finding the right candidates to work with. This is manual work. It's a lot of work, to be honest. But the idea behind it is to build something. It's like on the long run to build something organic and to get to people that actually are relevant for your niche, are relevant for your product, and offer them with one free product, and don't pay them for promoting in front of their audience. And out of that, to get the most benefits you can. First of all, it's
So
content, photos and videos. Then it's brand awareness. Later on, you can turn them into brand ambassadors. And last but not least, you can take advantage of them and work with them in future launches if you have other products in place. The whole idea is to, yeah, think about it as a long time journey and to have a brand in mind. Yeah.
so you perform this work as an agency on behalf of your clients. It's not a
Yeah.
platform like you said. They don't go and find the people. They don't do the legwork like you said. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So in regards to, I think you just said, one product. Did you say that you don't have to pay the influencer?
That's the trick. Yeah.
Do
So
not pay.
do not pay. So for
Whoa,
giving
I
away
never heard
one free
that.
product, exactly, that's the trick here. We're trying to find regular people like you and me with a passion around a certain niche. Like for example, if you're selling yoga equipment or I don't know, fishing equipment, whatever, right? We're looking for people that are posting. It's like on Amazon. On Amazon, you do the keyword research. Here we do the hashtag research. So we're going into the hashtags
Ah,
that are relevant for your product. If you're selling, let's say, a fishing rod, and this is the example I like to give, you're looking for fishermen. So we're looking for hashtags that have been tagged and photos that had been tagged with people with posting with big fish, small fish, whatever they're catching. So those are the best candidates to offer with a free product because one, they're not professional influencers, they're not asking for money, they're just regular people with a hobby and with a
right.
passion, and this is what we're looking for. We're targeting actually, this is a psychological thing. We're targeting Maslow's pyramid, right? The actual need of belonging, and that refers
Right.
to friends, family, social groups, and you feel like you want to belong to a group, and based on your actual passion, you will be posting and you'll be joined, and sorry, you'll be surrounded with people with the same passion as you. So having that in
Sounds
mind, yeah,
great.
it's a different approach. And like I said, this came out of a crisis situation, but it turned out to be a very good way forward organically.
It's a blessing. Yeah, blessing in disguise.
Exactly. Exactly. Still, this is the organic way of doing it. This doesn't say you don't have to do ads, you don't have to run, a lot of paid traffic. That's also very good to have. It's also very good to work with, huge influencers, celebrities. It's perfect to do that as well. But what we're doing, we're targeting this micro influencer niche. And yeah, in the end, it's about building. And this is a thing I've seen around for a lot of time. I don't know how many people are actually considering their journey on Amazon like a brand building journey, and starting from day one to have a vision, mission, and objectives, to have goals, to follow them, to put a KPI on them. and to work on their brand on the long run. And part of that is, yeah, is the social media part. This is like a low hanging fruit out there. Yeah.
So I know that obviously your main focus on the social media, but I wanted to ask you some questions, get your perspective
Sure.
on a couple of other things, specifically on Amazon. So if you were a seller, how would you recommend them to start selling and get off on the right foot to begin their journey on Amazon?
So, like on every Amazon aspect, I strongly believe that the main important factor is the product research. It should be the most time consuming task, because in the end, you have to do a very good research. You have to make sure that product is has a niche. You have to know everything about it, the keywords, know every competitors, every information you can about it, and then go to source the product and move forward. Now, finding the right product and finding the right niche for you, because I strongly believe in branding. I believe in a brand, and this means that you know, there are different types of methods to go out there. You can sell, you know, from products from baby, products from kitchen, products for sports, all under the same umbrella, under the same brand. It's no problem as long as you're making money. It's perfect. But I strongly believe that each, you know, niche, I like to look at it as a brand. So you have a brand for baby products only. You have a brand for, let's say, sports. So it will be all about sports and a small niche in the sports, maybe, or sports in general. And this way, when you're building a brand, you're going into vision, mission, objectives. You're looking on the long run. You're building a name for yourself, and you're starting from where? You're starting from social media first to get a. You're not looking for, you know, sales at the beginning of your journey. You're looking for exposure, to post, to grow some small following, to slowly bring people in contact with your brand, to show them your products, to let them know what you're doing. It's part of the process. It's not like the, let's say, the only thing you should do, but you need to be out there. You need to start your journey on, you know, as much visibility as possible. Not only for the money, because this is not for the money. It's about how can you help the world by, you know, providing them with a solution to a problem.
Problem.
It's all about solutions. Yeah. So
All right.
yeah.
So launching a product on Amazon. So now you got the product, you know the keywords, you know the bids, you have a budget, you know there's a need for the product, you did all your research, now you sourced it, and now you want to launch the product on Amazon.
Mhm.
So
Right.
what should a seller do at that point?
um, from my perspective, again, the social media should go. You should have social media rolling in and slowly posting content that will go on a side, but your focus should be on building your listing on the Amazon and building trust. Of course, going back to the product, one thing that I consider very powerful is to add in a bundle, to add in a gift product, if you will, in within the package, without noticing or without outlining it in your listing, to be like a
Oh yeah, that's
surprise.
against terms of policy. You know, you can't give anything for
Why?
free.
It's not
Oh,
about giving
Amazon.
it. It's about offering something that's not within the listing.
Yeah, no, they get surprised. It's a great thing. I just know
Exactly.
that for some of our clients, you know, they wanted to say, you know, plus a free whatever, and it's written on the listing, but the terms of the policies, Amazon says you cannot write free giveaway. You can't write certain words in the listing. So that's a
Exactly.
major surprise that they're going to get it. Whoa, and then they're going to leave a feedback because you wowed them.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so I like that as part of the packaging, as
I
part of
think I lost you.
the box.
You were
Would
frozen.
you necessarily just throw the when you're fulfilling the product and put it into the shipping box, right? Would you be adding that product into the poly bag, and it will be sort of in that same?
You're back now. Okay, you got frozen for like
Oh,
30 seconds or so. Yeah.
yeah, you were frozen too. I was just hoping you were able to hear me.
No.
Okay, so now that we're back, would you be putting that free product that you're surprising them into the poly bag that you're sending to the customer? Let's say if you were doing FBA, or would you, I mean, merchant fulfill, just throw every single box, you just throw like a free cleaning cloth or something in. How do you handle that freebie that you give it?
Just put it in the product and consider it part of that product.
Okay,
Just put it
okay,
there for the customer to discover it, because people like small treats. It can be anything, yeah. And yeah,
my wife orders a bunch of stuff on Amazon, and even everywhere she orders. But she gets freebies in the boxes, and there's like candy that people sometimes they just put candy in. My wife would never eat candy that she has no idea where it came from. So I wouldn't
definitely.
necessarily give any food or something that you can ingest.
That's exactly that. That might be a problem if you think about it, because the merchandise can stay in the Amazon warehouse for or in the shipping for a long time. But still, you can put a complementary product, and that's a very good
Yes.
thing. So if you're selling, I don't know, something like dog something, you can put there a toy for the dog or something like that. So a small thing,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
just
Keep
yeah.
in line with the product that you're
Exactly.
selling, and it's
That's a
got to
good way
work with.
to bring more value, because in the end it's about the value you provide to your customers, and the customers will be happy, and that's more
Yes,
likely for them to post their happiness in form of a review without you even asking. So that's the whole idea behind it. Yeah.
I like that.
And
So what would you? Oh yeah, go on.
yeah, and continuing with the actual launch. So, from the technical point of view, some people say it's overrated, but still, I consider to keep the listing created and closed until the products are available for actually purchase. And yeah, from that moment on, what we're doing, and this is within TOS, we're doing a product testing campaign. So product testing campaign is a good way to start your sales and build momentum, because what we are doing, we're gathering data for you as a seller in form of a survey. And by doing this, we're giving away, or you're giving away, products to product testers. Us as an agency, we're running ads on Facebook, and we're finding people that are interested in your product. We're making a small, let's say, conversation with them to make sure they agree to the terms. They're filling up a couple of questions after they receive the product, and that's feedback for you as a seller. But in parallel, you also are building sales velocity, you're building momentum, and it's a good kickstart on your Amazon journey.
With
Yeah,
every word that you're speaking, Marcel, I'm falling in love with IntelliRank even more. Every second that goes by, it sounds good. I like this.
yeah,
Um, but so in regards to that freebie, within terms of service, obviously, and so you do it via advertising off of Amazon. You lead them back. I guess it would be like a 100% off purchase, or how would you get around that?
yeah. We
Promo
are.
codes.
Yeah, we are offering with this survey. Actually, we're running surveys on your behalf, and of course, we are refunding the product testers. So in the end, they will not be spending any money on that product. That's
Oh,
the
so it's a
idea.
full purchase and then you
Yeah,
refund them later. And the
after they
refund is,
after they complete the survey, and of course they input their opinion about the product, like a good one, not random stuff out there. Yeah,
and that's like a Google form or it's some type of platform, and yeah, nothing that's
yeah,
not on Amazon.
not
Are
on
there
Amazon, outside.
reviews? No reviews on Amazon.
No reviews, no, nothing like that. We're not
This is
associated with
just to
reviews.
test the product,
So it's for
but
you
it
as a
is a
seller.
sale. So
It
it
is a
gets
sale.
your ranking, it gets your
Exactly.
indexing, it helps you.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
that's the
great.
whole idea. So it's like in America, it's very popular, the mystery shopper product, the mystery shopper program. When
Yes.
big companies and small companies are paying for people to go and test the experience they have with their physical store in that case. So in the end, they respond
Yes.
to some questions. Were the people out at the desk nice to you? Did they try to offer you with extra fries, extra drinks, extra whatever? So it's a very good feedback, and this is a marketing strategy. It's very powerful. Yeah.
So keeping on this launch topic is okay. You have that survey, you get feedback, you understand what people like or don't like. You can always go back and fix the product, add features, and that will just be a forever process going back and pivoting.
Yeah.
Now, aside from that, you also have the ability to, I mean, what do you do? Do you launch at a higher price, bring it down? Do you start at a lower price and then bring it up? Do you start with coupons? Do you have something that you also do at the same time?
Usually, this is my personal thought here. So usually I start at break even because I don't want to spend a lot of money, especially the fact that I need to, pay for this campaign. And I start at break even and then slowly raise the price in time. But it also is very important to see where the actual niche price is. Like it's not a let's say one sentence answer to this question.
Yes,
It's more like a rational thing based on your niche, based on what your competitors are doing,
competitors.
what's the quality of the products, what you bring extra apart from everything that is, because in the end you're not trying to be like a copycat and just sell whatever the other people are selling. You're trying
Right.
to improve it a bit at least, or maybe create a bundle and put two at the price of one. I don't know. And yeah.
That's what I see a lot of sellers like, oh, yeah, my factory has this item already. I'm just going to buy it from my factory. Well, you're not improving on a product. You're not making it better. You're just going to be another one of the millions out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you always launch on Vine when you first start?
I've had mixed experiences with Vine. I've tested it a lot. To be honest, I strongly believe that the people that sign up for Vine, the actual people that sign up to get the free products, and they do have some restrictions, and not all of them. I mean, you're not allowed as a Vine tester. You're not allowed to leave every time 5-star reviews. So your average score is measured somehow by Amazon, and it's important for them to see that they're, how to put it, to bring out the authenticity, because in the end there's rarely a problem with the product. It's mostly a problem with someone's head and yeah, the
Preference.
yeah, preference, so to speak. So you might end up to be the unlucky guy to have a good product but to receive a 1-star review because the color was not as powerful red as the person thought it would be, or
Yeah.
things like that don't matter. And sometimes from the review perspective that might draw you back, especially if, let's say, the first review is a 1-star review. That's a
Yes.
showstopper, yeah, or at least a big bump in the road, yeah. But
And
yeah,
then,
it's a good way to start generally. I don't use it, but yeah.
okay. And like the social media promo codes. So we're talking about social media now. So there are
All right.
social media promo codes where you can give it over to Amazon's influencer audience, aside from the Vine reviewers. Do you use that much, or do you focus on your social media?
We definitely focus on our social media, and we end up creating some codes with the micro influencers that we build a relationship in time. And if we give them 1, 2, 3 products for testing, then we can also offer them with a discount code. Later on, you can excuse me, you can also work out some kind of deals with them to measure the traffic and get them engaged into something, to measure the amount of sales they're bringing in, because if they have a
Right.
huge following and a great impact, you can toss in a little bit from your side, like a percentage, just to engage them and incentivize them into promoting your product more and more over their audience. Because yeah, it's always about helping each other. But in time, it depends. In time, you can do that. You also have different type of tactics there. Yeah.
And then when do you start advertising? As soon as you launch the product?
PPC, you mean? Or
Yes.
uh, again, this is a personal preference. I never start PPC prior to having at least 10 reviews. I don't want to
Smart.
be, to be out there with no reviews, and yeah. But again, this is my personal preference.
No, it's a
Still,
smart preference. A lot of people, you know, subscribe to that thought.
yeah.
Um, Now, with your service, how long on average? Obviously, there's many different results vary, but how long on average would it take to get to 10 reviews?
Hmm. Depends on a lot of factors, but usually I'd say 2 3 months. On depends,
Hmm.
but really depends.
Now that's
But
a
our
problem.
service, once again, it's not about our service. I didn't answer it from our service perspective because our service doesn't help you in any way with the reviews. So I'm answering now as an Amazon seller.
Okay. Yes, yes.
What
Thanks for
what
keeping me
we
on track.
Yes, definitely. I want to be this very because the reviews part is a very sensitive problem out there. We are not in any way affiliated to review
Yeah, you
manipulation
don't
or
get it.
reviews.
Zero.
No,
You don't
zero.
get reviews. Yeah.
So from your perspective, from the seller perspective, you can always go to each order, or you can use one of those tools to request a review button. That's something that's from the Amazon side, 100% US. But in no way we are trying to incentivize the reviews or have anything to do with that. Yeah, just wanted to clear that out.
So
Yeah.
it does take some time. But when it comes down to like that honeymoon period, when you first launch a product and Amazon gives that boost to really see where your product falls, what is your product, and that's where they sort of gain that information about you.
Hmm.
Um, if before, obviously, before you turn on advertising, it's a couple, whether however long it is, a month, 2 months, 3 months, to get 10 reviews eventually. You lose that honeymoon period and the advertising. Like, nothing's perfect, obviously, but how do you see that honeymoon period? Is there anything that you can do to push it a little further so that once you do start advertising?
I have ideas, but I don't want to encourage people to do this because, yeah, they're not quite okay, so to speak.
Yeah,
So I'm going to put them out there just for, but I want as a disclaimer, I do not associate myself with this. You can
gotcha.
you can always start, and this is you can look at it as a test run. You can test run a product, and you'll build an ASIN and you'll launch on Amazon. You'll gather, like, let's say 10 reviews, and the whole purpose of it would be to actually get the reviews, and that's it. So it will be an investment in reviews. Later on, you can create another ASIN and you can bring them under the same parent. This one, the first one, will have the reviews and the parent will inherit the reviews. It will be out of stock, it will be left there for dead, and your full focus will be on the second ASIN under the same parent with the other one.
Right, but obviously that second ASIN falls in line with the parent, with the other child that's in there. It's just a different color or size or accessory or a different type of
Correct.
variation.
Correct. Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously that's not recommendation. Just be careful, everybody out there, that you don't want to violate Amazon's variation creation policy. You don't want
Exactly.
your variation to get broken up and never allowed to be put back together again. So just make sure that if you do have a product that goes out of stock, that if you do add another to it, it is an actual variation, a variant of
Different.
that first one.
Different something. Yeah. You
Yeah,
cannot have the same product, same color twice. That's
right,
or same.
exactly.
Yeah. Same variation. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so at what point, so immediately you're saying when you launch that product, or even before you launch it, you said closed, you create the ASIN, you close that listing, and when you start with IntelliRank, you start it immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. The day you want to start the, let's say, the sales, and you have the stock available, because yeah, even though we're working also with people that are just launching, and they get eager, like they say, like, okay, my shipment will arrive tomorrow with Amazon. It will arrive tomorrow, but it will take Amazon like 1 2 3 days to process, to make some fulfillment center
Hmm.
transfers. So the products will not exactly be available until maybe 3 4 5, depends on how busy the
Right.
warehouses are. Yeah, but as soon as the products are available and the FC transfers, the fulfillment center transfers stop, and everything is okay, that's a good time to remove the listing from the closed status, and just start bringing in sales and slowly, yeah, building up.
So
That's
once it gets there, you turn it on, and IntelliRank, that starts immediately before advertising. As soon as the product gets to Amazon, if you run your campaigns, they purchase the product, they go to Amazon. Okay, so the product has to be available. All right, good. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where they start on social media immediately. Um,
exactly. We've
is
had
there a what did you have?
we've had I wanted to say that we've had some products in the past that have had some defects from the manufacturer. Some I remember one with some plastic thing that was easily breaking, and that was a huge let's say exclamation mark for the seller. So we had complaints from the product testers. We had one complaint, two complaints, no problem if that happens. Sometimes, yeah, you get some messy products, but all of them started complaining, and this is like a huge, flag. And the seller immediately closed the listing and removed all the inventory because this is a huge problem if you have a very big return rate and you, let's say, have normal customers which are purchasing, Amazon will definitely close your listing, and you'll be with a red flag there. And yeah, of course, at the first flag, it's no problem. It's not so difficult to get it back up, but still, it's a very good awareness for you as a seller to know that you do have a product problem. And yeah, that's real.
That's very real.
Yeah.
So now, I know you started on Instagram, but now what about TikTok? I mean, the the rate of engagement is a lot higher on TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you have a preferred platform, social media platform to start with, or
We are
yes?
working with Instagram, and we are also publishing to Facebook. So these two platforms. Now, the reason we are using Instagram, and this is the preferred one, because it has a huge number of users. Still, TikTok is the winner, but with Instagram, it's easy to get in contact with the people. With TikTok, you have to, follow them and follow you back. Afterwards, you can message them. So
Ah,
from this perspective, it's a bit difficult to get in contact with them, and yeah, but maybe the platform will change. Although we have been working for a lot of time to a solution to this, because TikTok is on our radar as well, so we want to bring it in within our portfolio, and try to get the same service, the same organic service for TikTok as well. But right now it's unavailable, yeah, for us, or from
so
us,
you
yeah.
were saying that on Facebook you run ads.
No, no, no. We are creating. Let me explain the service. So we're taking over your Instagram account, which is the brand account. So we don't care how many products you have there. We'll be advertising, and it's good to have a strategy to start with. If your brand has 10 products, choose one, two products to start with and focus on them rather than posting about all of them. So the team will do what? We will do, first of all, full management of your Instagram account. The team will create the captions, the text, everything. Will be posting Monday to Friday, like for the entire month, and we'll find four micro influencers each month that you work with. For those four micro influencers, the team has to do a lot of work and reach out to, maybe depends on the niche, but an average of 200 to 300 people to message and to identify them in order to find those micro influencers that are relevant for you. So this is the process. Now, the whole idea is that, first of all, we'll be posting for you again on Instagram and on Facebook. And then the content that you generate from the micro influencers, guess what? You can post them again, that content, within your Facebook and Instagram. And on top of that, you can use the same exact content and take it to Amazon posts. That's free traffic.
Posts, yes.
That's
And if
free
there's any good
traffic.
images, you can use that on your listing as long as they give you the approval.
Yes, of course. That's a huge asterisk there. Ask for approval, written permission to
Yeah,
reuse that content, yes. But generally, people have no idea unless we're talking about, let's say, baby and kids. That's a bit difficult. Still, you can get approval from those areas as well, as long as the kids' face, because Amazon has also this restrictions in terms of showing kids' faces or kids without parent within a photo or a
right.
video. That's there are some rules around there, and we respect them. Still, you can make something out of that content. Again, get permission and get the most benefits out of it. That's the whole idea. Yeah.
And so, in regards to getting in touch with the influencers and getting them to try your product, post about it, before that, earlier you said about getting testers. That's completely different. People to test your
Yes.
product.
That's
Now, do
there are
you
two
have a
different
service that
services.
does that?
Yes, there are two different services. Yes, the product testing service is one. For that one, we're running ads to find your product testers, and of course, we're taking over the survey results for you. And the other service is social media and micro influencers. So two
So the
separate
social
things.
media micro influencers, you got your Facebook and Instagram. Are
Yes.
you able to the review side? Are you able to run ads on TikTok as well and use that platform to get that feedback and that test and the surveys?
Not at the moment. We're not running
Okay.
ads on TikTok. We're in the process of getting there. TikTok
Okay.
is from Romania's side is we're using an umbrella corporation to get to TikTok, and yeah, we're working on that. Yeah, because it's
So
not
just so
available to
everyone.
Romania. Yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, yeah,
Just so
yeah.
everyone knows, Marcel is in Romania. You're in Romania right now,
Yes, yes, yes.
and my grandfather's Romanian, so we're brothers from another mother. Nice,
Awesome. Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So yeah, it's important. Yeah,
Okay.
with Transylvania and Dracula and all those
Oh man.
stories. Yeah.
Yes, my grandfather's from Transylvania. You see my
Oh,
fangs over
the
here.
fangs, yeah, they're visible.
Um,
Awesome. Yeah.
so the micro influencer, you mentioned it earlier. That's between 1,000 and 100,000 followers.
Yeah, it depends. It depends, but usually that's the metrics. Of course, when you start and you're like at the beginning, we can find maybe a smaller audience because we need to build up your trust, and you don't have any posts or any information whatsoever on social media. People are a bit skeptical. So we are trying to find reasonable amount of followers within the range. Yeah.
So you start off with a smaller number, and then as it grows, then you're able to grow and go eventually maybe from micro to macro.
Not quite, because with macro, people are, looking for. Of course, if you as a
A
seller want
lot
to
of money.
pay, they are asking for money. I prefer to go with a lot of micro rather than a few macro, so to speak.
Got you.
So
All
it's
right, I
about
like it.
building an army of voices that will talk about you, because it's all about the authenticity. If myself, I have a passion and I'm doing something, I'm playing in a band or something, and you're selling like I don't know, some musical instrument tools out there. Of course, my audience and my following will be people who share the same passion as me. I will not go to purchase followers. I will not go to, try to do all sort of things rather than a macro. Or yeah, I don't want to challenge anyone here, but it's a bigger chance of getting. Of course, if you're a celebrity, it's clear. Yeah, everyone knows you. But there are a lot of accounts, and I've seen a lot of accounts that are manipulated into a lot of followers, and you can easily see that based on the engagement. And this is what my team is researching when finding the right micro influencer to work with. It's important to have like a minimum of 5% engagement within their post. So that's a good indicator that that following is relevant, and it's within it's legit. Yeah.
Let's get Kim and Kylie Kardashian on our products.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Hell
So,
yeah.
how do you track these lead conversions and the external traffic? How do you go through tracking, and what kind of data, what kind of results are you able to provide to your clients of the agency?
So it really depends on the type of promotions you are doing. So personally, I like my social media customers to go and purchase from my website. Why? Because I get to pixel them, I get all their information, I don't get any restrictions, and I am full control over things. Of course, you can go with Amazon. You can use the attribution. You can take advantage of that. That's also okay. Although be careful there. I wouldn't send social media traffic directly to the Amazon listing, because that will mess up the unit session percentage a bit. So a lot of people will be joining the listing, but a few of them, a very few number of them will actually purchase. So it's about heating up the floor a bit rather than sending them directly to purchase. So again, it really depends on, yeah.
Do you see a drop off, right? So if you were to send them to a website, I know that it used to be a whole big thing, make a landing page for your product so that you can collect the info, maybe a lead magnet or something, so that you can collect that, and then you can send them to Amazon. But I mean, there's definitely huge drop off because they might not be trust, and people don't want to click on random links. They think they're going to get viruses, and then the page.
Yeah.
So I mean, I see that. I like that idea of sending it to a website in order to
Yeah,
get that email
but
and pixel them.
the idea is to send it to your website. So if your brand is called Robert and the website is robert.com, that connects the dots and brings in trust on the table. I don't think people
So
will
if you
run
get
away.
them to the website, you would try to convert that sale on the website.
Yeah, and take Shopify for example. Shopify has these add-ons that connect you directly to the Amazon FBA. So all you're
Right.
doing there, you're just fulfilling manually directly. It's automatically being fulfilled by Shopify from your Amazon FBA. And that's it. As simple as that.
But if you do it through your own website, you're not really helping your product rank on Amazon.
This is not for ranking. Yes, it's for branding. It's for different purpose. Again, it depends what your strategy is and what you're trying to achieve. For ranking, if you want specifically ranking, we have the product testing program
Right.
that's really into ranking and building up, and we can get your product on the top organic research on search results on any keyword on the Amazon and Walmart marketplace. So yeah, that's uh, that's the whole idea about it. And in
All right.
time, yeah, it's building up.
I can't wait to get off this podcast and then call you to sign up, man. This is
Awesome.
awesome. This is awesome. I'm so
Awesome.
happy for this. I'm so all right. So I mean, is there anything that I'm missing? Is there anything that you want to state? By all means, plug away. Do whatever you want, man. This is your floor.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I guess we pretty much covered everything. One thing I want to cover, and I don't know when this podcast will be live, but we have Prime Day, we have like Black Friday, we have Q4, like the December holidays. Those are checkpoints in my mind, and prior to actually those checkpoints, it's important to maybe give your products a bit of traction, a bit of sales velocity, just to
Necessary. You don't
get
launch a
them
product in the fourth quarter.
definitely get them in the mood for all the sales, because the sales are great, and these particular days are crazy. And of course, if you're targeting and you want to say to sell a lot of products, it's important to have like some, also people, this is one topic I've seen, and I want to raise this one. People are looking at lightning deals. It can be a 24 or a 7-day lightning deal, are looking at them like, they're not selling so much, and they want to run a lightning deal, and they think the sales will explode, but it doesn't work like that. So even prior to having like a lightning deal or maybe a 7-day deal, it's important to get some traction, to get some sales velocity. The AI of Amazon, it's learning. It's like automated machinery there that does the thinking and looks at your product, looks at your stock. Of course, it's important to have stock also, but if you don't have sales velocity over time, and this all the, I don't know, mathematical calculations that are being done there, then it's less likely for you to actually hit it with a lightning deal or whatever. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. So before Lightning Deals was open to the public, basically to set their own. So I mean, we had access to Lightning Deals. How did we have access? So we had business development managers at Amazon. That when we launch a new account, you launch it with the business development manager, and you have them on your accounts for the first calendar year. And then they used to provide you Excel spreadsheets and fill out these spreadsheets if you want a product on a lightning deal or a best deal or anything like that. And
Yeah.
it's live, how long, and it killed it. It was awesome because there was no one else there. But then once they opened up to the public, man, done. It's
Yeah.
so congested, way too many products on there. So yeah, you definitely need that traction, because if you have that traction before it's on a lightning deal, you come up earlier on the page of 1,000 pages of products.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Exactly.
that's necessary. So what would you say in regards to before Christmas or Black Friday or whatever, before the shopping season that is good for your product? How long before should you launch the product to give it that time? 3 months, a month,
We-
6
We're
months?
we're talking about a product launch from day one, or we're talking about, because a product launch, I would say like 2 3 months, maybe 4 6 months, depends, because you need to build some authority. You need to gather some reviews. It's a process. Also, some questions maybe on the listing are important to have their question answers from the
Right.
public to make sure the product is is getting established slowly, and you don't get any surprises. Never know. But for any established product, you can do it with 1 month in advance. This is how I look at things. It's my personal opinion. 1 month in advance, start slowly building up in sales velocity, and yeah, it's a process. And yeah, when things like on, I don't know, on the 20th of November or whenever the Black Friday is this year, I don't know. Yeah, you'll be ready for things, because it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, a few days, and then it's December. So it's like a huge 1 month of huge sales, I'd say. Yeah, it's pretty
Man,
much between the 20th of November, 20th of December, give or take. Yeah, depends.
it's around the corner. It's around the corner. Summer's almost done. It just started. It's gonna come up quick, guys.
Yeah.
So please, Marcel, please give us some of your social media links, your website. Give us all the information. I'm gonna attach it all to the actual YouTube um, comment section. I'll pin it up to the top so everyone will be able to see your info. But
Thank
just so
you.
that they hear it, if they're not going to be watching right now, just let them know where to find you, your
Mhm.
email. Go for it.
So our website is intellirank.info. We don't have the .com, so we ended up with .info, but it's not a blocking point. Also, you can reach us via Facebook. We have our Facebook page, IntelliRank Agency. Email, it's office@intellirank.info, or you can message us at anything at intellirank.info, because we're tech guys at the beginning. So yeah, we started in the IT industry. And yeah, feel free to reach out to us. Also, if you want to kickstart your social media, we have a free ebook. If that's of interest, you can download it from Micro Influencers, together, no spaces, no dashes, microinfluencers.intellirank.info. That's
I'm
a,
going right now.
yeah, awesome. And of course,
Okay,
yeah.
and if anyone emails into office, Roxana, right? She's going to be responding.
Yes, it will
She's
be
awesome.
from, yeah,
She's
thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Everyone, get in touch.
Thank you
Um,
very much. Yeah,
I
super.
this is one of my favorite podcasts. I'll tell you that.
Thank you,
Um,
Robert. Yeah.
so if you got nothing else to say, then I'm going to sign off now.
All right. Thank you
All
very
right.
much for having me, Robert, and appreciate it. And yeah,
Anytime, I'm going to want you back. I'm going to want you back, and we'll discuss some of our experiences with your team.
awesome. We
And yeah, so again, this is Robert from Breetly, speaking to you on the Amazon Gold Standard podcast. Forget about any intros or outros. Just get straight to the point. Let's talk about the subjects that matter. I appreciate your
definitely.
time, Marcel. Look
Thank
forward
you.
to having you back, and see
Yeah.
you on the flip side.
See you.